My name is Diether Beuermann. I am Principal Research Economist at the Inter-American Development Bank. It's a pleasure to be here with you today to provide a teaser of what is provided in the book. Of course, you will have the opportunity to go much more in detail in the analysis and the recommendations of the book. But first, I would like to start maybe answering a question that is around in your head. Why we focus a book on the private sector? And I think the answers will come from you. So, if we can go to the first question, please. You can answer in Mentee, has just been.
Can you repeat the code?
Sorry?
Code.
So 1148
1148
0499. It's on the screen now. So because I don't know if you can see it, but 1148 0499.
Okay, so people have already started to answer. But the question is, but the question that we are asking to start with is, what is the needed global annual growth to eradicate extreme poverty? So I don't know, you can answer, so people are answering there. We'll see how are we doing, but this is the main question that we want to start with. What would be the needed annual growth rate to achieve the objective that I think we all have to eradicate extreme poverty?
Just one intervention. For those of you who need to connect to the Wi-Fi password in the room, it's hashtag improving lives, but with a capital I in improving.
Okay, so I think we have enough answers. So the majority states, okay, people are answering still. So the majority states that needed annual growth rate is 9%. And you're correct. So that would be the needed annual growth rate that the world needs to eradicate extreme poverty. But then we go more question directly or reality. So we go to the next question, please. Okay, what would be that needed annual growth rate, but among middle-income countries, like most of the Caribbean countries, right, to escape what is called the middle-income trap? That is a trap that will serve a country continuously being in the middle income without being able to jump to the high income or the high development status. Some people are answering. Okay, so here there's more debate, right, about that needed growth rate, but okay, so much more people answering, right? So we'll see. Okay, so here we have more debate, but we're more or less in the ballpark, and actually the needed annual growth rate is 5%, as the relative majority of people have stayed. So now if we progress, so remember these numbers, 9%, 5%, right? So we go to the next question, please. So what is the reality? What has been the real growth rate, right, in the long term, before the pandemic, between 1960 and 2019? What has been that annual global rate of growth that we have observed empirically? So these people are answering, right? What is the real growth rate that we have observed in the long term over the past 60 years, let's say, before the COVID-19 crisis? Yeah, if we include the COVID-19 crisis, then as we will see later, it will be much lower, right? So what has been this historic annual growth rate? Okay, so here we have more debate, but so most people say 1.5%, no, we're not that bad. So the answer is 3%. That has been the real global growth rate. And if we go to the next question, please. So remember, we needed 9, right, for eradication poverty. We needed 5 among middle-income countries to escape the trap. And the reality is 3, right? So now we go to our context. What has been that long run average growth rate for the Caribbean? People are answering. One day is perfect. Okay, so since that most people state 1.5% or 3%, okay, but the correct answer is 1.5. Okay, so I think you have given me the answer why we have actually tried to focus on the private sector. First, overall, we are way below the needed growth to eradicate poverty or to escape the middle income trap, which will be more aligned with the reality of the Caribbean. Right? So we go to the slide, please. PowerPoint presentation.
No, the PowerPoint, please.
Okay, so why are we focusing in this occasion, or why have we focused on this occasion in the book, in the private sector? So first, and you have just stated, the growth rate that we are having is way below what is needed. Okay? So where is that growth that is needed going to come from? And the answer is clearly the private sector. So the private sector accounts for 90% of jobs, 70% of output, 75% of investment, and 80% of overall revenue. So I think that there's no doubt that without a vigorous private sector, we are not going to achieve the needed growth to eradicate poverty or to increase the living standards of the population. And therefore, we need this engine of growth to be able to thrive. Right? And for that, what happens? We should not have barriers, but if we have barriers, we should convert them into the enablers for work. Why? To wake up this dormant giant. And therefore, this book precisely focuses on that. We provide an analysis of the main barriers and opportunities for private sector growth in the Caribbean. And when we do this, we use several sources of data, but here to highlight one of the main sources of data is representative enterprise-level surveys covering 13 Caribbean countries that have been sponsored over time by the Compete Caribbean facility. This is the third round of data, and most importantly, as it has been said before, this is not only to produce this book or to produce our analysis. The policy, and I think a very healthy policy, is that all this data, as soon as it's collected, is publicly available. And it's available to everyone who want to look in more detail of the data, provide analysis, and everything. So the microdata and the full documentation is publicly available. If we go to the next slide. And therefore, we're going to start providing some of the teasers of what we have found with this and with other data in terms of the reality of Caribbean. We're going to present first some evidence of the impact of COVID-19, some teaser of what the business in general, how this affects productivity by one of the co-editors, Ricardo Sierra. Then we'll turn to the innovation issue of how Caribbean firms face hurdles to be more innovative by Sylvia. Then Henry, who is online, will speak about access to finance, and then I will close with the issues of skills and several policy implications. So Ricardo will proceed with the issue of COVID-19 and the business enabling for firms.